Good evening for our Cable 18 special presentation. Tonight, East Cougars against the West Lions in the semifinal for the South Jersey Group 4 Soccer Championship. Good evening, everyone. I'm Matt Lester from Heritage School here in Cherry Hill, where today the Cougars are coming in at 13 wins, 3 losses, and 1 tie. And West, with 13 wins, 4 losses, and 1 tie, will go against each other in this another crosstown rival to determine who goes on to the finals in the South Jersey Group 4. Opening action is coming up next.
When I was a kid, I saw myself as Bill Cosby's scientist. I begged my mother and father to buy me a chemistry set for Christmas, and I was having the time of my life until the fire. I mean, my chance for the Nobel Prize went up in a big puff of smoke. The first fire was nothing compared to my folks. I thought they were going to explode. I never saw the chemistry set again. My father put it away somewhere. But now I wish I had, because today scientists and engineers are having all the fun. I mean, how would you like to explore outer space or discover a new planet or maybe find a dinosaur skeleton or a way to make sick people well again? Yeah. Did you ever think about diving to the bottom of the ocean in a submersible and actually getting paid for it? It doesn't matter if you're a boy or girl, rich or poor, or any color. If you love science and math, you can do any of these things. You know, I might even give chemistry another try if I could get my dad to tell me where he hid that chemistry set.
First half of play ready to begin here. In goal for Cherry Hill West, freshman Anthony DeMichael, senior Earl Walker in goal for the Cougars of East. Earlier this year in regular season conference action, these two teams did meet, East getting the win in the second overtime off a penalty shot, 1-0. As we're waiting for action to begin here. And East has the ball here in the opening minute of the South Jersey Group 4 semifinal. Boys soccer here at Cougars of East are in the white uniforms with the red stripe. The Lions from West are in the purple tops with the white shorts. Cougars will be moving from your left to your right, Lions from the right to your left. DeMichael, West goalie with the ball, kicking it up right over midfield, found the West player right for the head. John Brand there from Cherry Hill East getting the ball away. And ball out of bounds down the administration side of the school. This game starting here today on Tuesday at 2 p.m. So it's a little light turnout here on the fans because both East and West have not gotten out yet. But due to the sun setting so early, these games this late in the year start at 2 p.m. But as soon as the two high schools empty out, the fans should pick up a little more. Let's get back to the action right now as the ball is in the west end of the field. Jason Kenning there, number 9 for Cherry Hill East, sent it to the middle, but no East player was there. Ball back in play, the west end of the field, right hit to an East player. That's Kobayashi down there. Ball down around the sidelines, goes to the West bench where it does go out of bounds. Right in the middle there. East trying to keep the ball inbounds here, and they're in an offensive opportunity. Ball centered in the middle, perfect opportunity for East. There goes Kobayashi, but it goes right into the hands of DeMichael, freshman goalie for the Lions of Cherry Hill West. Shot on goal there by the Cougars as the ball enters the midfield area, now into the east end of the field, but East trying to turn it around because they're in an offensive mode right now. And a penalty there was called. Ball back in play. Into the hands of East goalie senior Earl Walker. Ball back to midfield, coming into the west end of the field again, but being kicked back into the Cougars. Jason Koenig there, number 9 for Cherry Hill East, stumbles trying to keep the ball inbounds in himself. Here's Koenig trying to center it across, looking for someone. Jensen, 17 there for East. Right in the middle, but over the top of the goal goes Kobayashi. East playing a lot of offense here in the opening minutes of play, having some opportunities. West yet has had a good strike so far. Ball down in the Cougar end of the field. Koenig and Kobayashi there in the middle. There goes 15 Mike Birchko for East. And it will be East ball. There goes Kobayashi to throw it in. Is it? No, it's not. Excuse me. John Brand there in the middle. Number 16 was the player who went up for East in the white. Birchka, number 15 there. Ball down in front of the goal. East with an opportunity, but it goes wide to the right. East looking very strong here in the early action on offense. West has been on the defensive side of the coin for most here of the opening couple of minutes here in the first half. Roughly 8 minutes of play we've had so far. Back to Stephen Tor. Excuse me, that was Michael Lee, number 10 there. West trying to get on offense here. Down to the corner, 2 white jerseys, only 1 for the West. Another important game going on right now is the one going up at Shawnee, where Cherokee and Shawnee are going at it right now in Group 4 semi-action right now. The winner of this game, East and West, will play the winner of the Cherokee-Shawnee game for the Group 4 South Jersey Championship. So this game has a lot of importance to both teams. Normally when we come out here in the regular season, we see East-West, and it's the town rivalry, it's the conference, it's bragging rights for the year. But here you get all that again, and you also get a state championship crack if you get the win. Earl Walker there, goalie for Cherry Hill East. Earl with the kick up to midfield, across midfield. He finds plenty of East jerseys. He finds Koenig. West back on offense here for a quick second, but it's 1-on-2 it looks like. And ball goes out of play. Ball in the east end of the field. West trying to get an offensive drive here together. They've been on defense most of the game. There goes a great kick by East across midfield. But plenty of purple jerseys. The goalie comes out to Christopher. To Michael, excuse me. And a whistle is blown for an infraction as the ball is in the Cougar end of the field right now. East won the conference this year. West came in 4th place in the conference, but both teams were ranked in the both Courier and Inquirer polls towards the end of the season. If you look at their overall record, both come in here with 13 wins. The only difference you'll see is one more loss for West. They come in with 4, East with 3, both with the tie. They came pretty close to tying each other here earlier in the season, as you saw here on Cable 18. Well, as I said earlier, East did pull it out in a shootout there, a penalty shot in the second overtime period. And ball moves back into the Lion end of the field. You're watching the Cougars of East against the Lions of West in the South Jersey semifinal. Group 4 shot goes over the goal here on Cable 18. Good evening, everyone. I'm Matt Lesher bringing you the commentary this evening. Coming up next Thursday on Turkey Day here on Cable 18, the Cougars of East go to play the Lions of West over at Jonas C. Morris Stadium for the annual Thanksgiving Day football game, which will be shown here on Thanksgiving Day around 5 p.m., but check Cable 18 for more details. That's the East-West annual football game next Thursday, Thanksgiving Day, here on Cable 18. Back to the action. Ball moves back into the Cougars end of the field where Lean heads the ball, but West still has possession. As they kick it right back to Lean. Lean almost had an opportunity to turn around, but it looks like something Walker's going to have to make the stop here. That was close, as Walker clears the ball out of his end of the field. West almost had a good opportunity there for a goal if Walker didn't get the ball. It left an open net there with defenders on the ground for East, but now West goes again back into the offensive mode. Ball in the East end of the field, but East looks like trying to get it across. But West is going to give them a fight. And ball kicked out of bounds. Ball deep in the Lion end of the field. But more purple jerseys than there are for red ones down there. Here comes West moving the ball across midfield. Ball in the middle. But a penalty was called. West here really moving on the offense here. Roughly 14 minutes of play here so far. Each trying desperately to get the ball out of their end of the field, but the Lions are determined here to get things going here on offense. Oh, there's an opportunity, but Walker fell down in front of it, but Lean cleared it out. But here comes Koenig. Koenig needs to get the ball out of the east end of the field, and he does. The defense needs a rest, and so does Walker, the goaltender, but East moves back on the offense here as physical play brings the ball down towards the sideline. It's Mike Britchko, number 15 for the Cougars. He goes right into the center, but a West player gets the head on it. Ball back to midfield. Lean sends it across back into the Lions' end. Britchko there doing a good job. Ball goes out of bounds. Britchko really putting 100% effort out there trying to get the ball out of the Cougars' end of the field. We're scoreless here between the Lions and the Cougars in the South Jersey Group 4 semifinal in boys soccer. This game here, the winner will go out and play the winner of the Cherokee-Shawnee game, which is going on right now. But by the time this airs, you'll know who the winner of that one will be, and they're going to go against each other for the South Jersey Group 4 title. This is for the state. This isn't the coaches tournament or anything like that. There's a lot on the line here with the state tournament championship on the line of the next game. Either East or West will go on to play Cherokee or Shawnee, but ball back in play in the Lion end of the field. That's Britchko there with the kick. Sending it downfield. There are some East players there. That's Koenig. Back to DeMichael. Kick across midfield. Down towards the East Bench area where you see Coach Carl Mullman, German teacher at Cherry Hill East, the head coach of the varsity program at Cherry Hill East. Right across the top. Looks like onto the turnpike goes the ball. Right over the top of the goal. Earl Walker didn't even have a chance to deflect it, and it went straight over the trees, and it looks like probably through that forest onto the turnpike. Here over at the Heritage Central Administration Building on Browning Lane in Cherry Hill. Back into play, ball in the Lions' end of the field. Number 44, Jeremy Sunkett there, kicking the ball in. Right to Earl Walker, shot. Earl deflects it, and it's kicked out of bounds as East clears the ball again. Earl has had 2 or 3 close calls here so far in the opening half of play. Steve Torr there sending the ball out of bounds. Earl trying to catch that ball, but instead he deflected it, which was a little dangerous there, but the ball was kicked quickly out of bounds by East. But West still here on offense with the scoreless here in the opening half of play. We're about halfway through it. Koenig puts his hands up to say he's innocent. But no, the infraction will be against him. And both teams now setting up as they try to get the ball out of the woods. Opening half of play here on Cable 18 from the Heritage Administration Building here in Cherry Hill. It's the Cougars of East against the Lions of West in the South Jersey Semi-Final Group 4 tournament. Here comes Steve Torres sending the ball upfield for the Cougars. Ball around midfield. Jeremy Sunkit there, 44 for the Lions in purple. Ball across midfield, now back into the Lion end of the field. Ball right into the hands of Earl Walker. Earl's going to wait for it to clear out a little bit. And ball out of bounds. Back to DeMichael, the freshman. Goalkeeper for the Lions. John Pearson, number 43 there for the Lions. He finds Martin Jensen. East trying to get some offense here together after being on defense in the opening minutes of play, but shot goes over the top of the goal by a good 2 feet. Jason Kenning there in a collision. Out of bounds here in the Lions end of the field. He's trying to get a goal here. Goes over the top again. Ball across midfield. There's Torg running after it. And he kicks it out of bounds. Right into the Cable 18 truck. Ball back in the Cougars' end of the field. Ball goes to Jeremy, the 43, Pearson. Earl going to get the ball. It gets away from Walker. There's no one in goal right now, but the ball was saved there. Earl still not in goal, but Michael Lean there making those 2 important saves there. Wow, were they crucial there. What a great job by Lean. This game could easily be 1-0 West right now if it wasn't for Lean after Walker lost the ball when he thought he was going to get it there off the ground. Lions trying to get another opportunity again like they had there earlier. Ball close to going out of bounds down on the sidelines near the east bench. Ball down in front of Coach Dave Martin of the East baseball team. Hey, Dave, how you doing? Nice of Coach Martin to join the Cougars. He's the JV coach. Sitting there at the end of the bench. Lean clears the ball again out of trouble. Ball goes deep into the line in the field, but looks like West is going to send it back to DeMichael. West did not opt to have the goalie kick it out. They're going to try to clear it out themselves. They're sunk it. And possession will go in the way of West. The Lions in the purple. If you're just tuning in, we are still without a score here at Heritage. This is the South Jersey Group 4 semifinal. East against West. West in the purple as usual. East as usual also in the white and red. First half of play over halfway through it. Really, we've played close to 30 minutes to tell you the truth. It's unofficially about 12 minutes to go here in this half. Ball kicked out of bounds. It will go with West. Ball back in play in the east end of the field. #21, a senior tour with the ball there, throwing it inbounds, but throwing it right back out. Warren Lisak now to throw it. Playing right down the sidelines. He was looking for Koenig. Warren Lisak. He said opts for Tour to take it. East making some substitutions by Coach Mulman. Here's Kobayashi there, number 13. Ball came from Britchko now over to Koenig. Sheth into the game. East trying to get a shot on goal here. They need one. Britchko. Kobayashi, they're fighting. Shot goes right over wide right. East has had several shots here, but they've both been wide right or over. It's about 2:30 here in actual time, 2:38 really, and some students from East and teachers and faculty members are finally making it over here, just getting dismissed about 10 minutes ago and hustling down crashing to get here. You're watching Cable 18. We are scoreless. This is the South Jersey Group 4 semi-final. The winner goes on to play the winner of the Cherokee-Shawnee game for the South Jersey Group 4 title. Oh, back in play, down towards the middle. East, plenty of red jerseys there. Here goes Kenning, sending it over to the side, but right into the hands of DeMichael. Michael sends a short kick. East player Brand running after it, John Brand. Looking for Jason Kenning. There goes Sheth, number 6. Right in front of the west bench. East clearing the ball down. Adam Shane was 14. Back to Michael on the far side of the goal. Unofficially, I have it as 7 minutes remaining. Great job there. Back to DeMichael. DeMichael has been playing defense here for a long time right now. Ball right close to midfield. And East gets it back into the line, into the field. Birchko tries to clear it away. Ball back in the Cougar end of the field. West trying to put something together here, but an infraction. Steve Tour sending it across midfield. Here's Kobayashi down there in the corner, far side of the field. Sheth now for East. We're scoreless here. Final minutes of play here in the first half. Ball in the middle, right to DeMichael. Michael sends a tall, towering kick with great hang time towards midfield. But a collision there. No infraction called. Great job there by Lean. East trying to get something together here. They've been on offense here for the last good 5, 6, 7 minutes. West has had numerous opportunities, as you saw earlier when Walker tried for the ball and missed it, and Lean cleared it out. Infraction was called there. Ball back in play. Lions trying to clear the ball out of their end of the field. They have been on defense for a long time, it seems like here. But the Cougars had it that way for a while also. Kenny trying to get to the ball before 43. John Pearson could for the Lions. Tall Chef there trying to get the ball cleared out of their end of the field down towards the far sidelines. There's Mittal. Ball in front of the East goal, but it goes over the top wide to the left. Another close call there for East. Number 32 is Joe Molinaro for the Lions. East has had numerous close calls here in the first half of play. They are really pretty lucky that there's not a goal has been scored by West so far. Ball kicked out of bounds. Lions will have possession. Roughly less than 5 minutes to go here in the first half. Scoreless. Lion ball. Molinaro, 32. Right in the hands of Earl Walker. Earl maintains possession of the ball, something he had a problem with earlier here in the first half. Walker waiting for players to clear from his end of the field as he sends a low kick, but West got to it first. There goes Jeremy Sunkett for West. Jeremy Sunkett, 44 for the Lions. Send it down, but there's plenty of East players there. Kobayashi in the middle. Booting it downfield for Koenig. Koenig, who gets tripped up, falls down. Into the hands of DeMichael. Don't forget that last attempt there by Shane. He was running down there. There's Tour. Looking for Koenig. He finds him. Now found Shane. There's Britchko. West trying to clear the ball out of their end of the field. They do. John Brand. Ball past the East bench. Mittal getting the ball away. Cougar ball. No score here, opening half of play of the South Jersey Group 4 semifinal, East against West. Here on a special presentation on Cable 18, we bring to you playoff action of East and West playing each other. When you have two of the best teams in South Jersey in almost every sport in East and West, they do face each other a lot in the playoffs. Second half, I'll elaborate a little more, talking about last year's baseball meeting. But anyway, ball right now, West trying to get something together in the East end of the field. Kenny kicking it across midfield. Shane's the closest East player for it. Here coming some substitutions for the Cougars. There go Cougars with the ball. Not much time remaining unofficially here in the first half of play. Sunkit there with a great job, but the infraction goes against him. Cougar ball. Kenny. Sunkit moving the ball out. To Lean. Mike sends it across midfield. Looks like Lean was running into a little bit of trouble there. There's a yellow card. Number 32, Bill Anusek, excuse me, for the Lions getting the yellow card. Lean also leaving the field. Lean really got tripped up there. He's going to leave the field. As you see down there in the East bench, you see Coach Mulman. Of course, you see Coach Dave Martin. Tour with the ball as East will get this free kick. Jensen. Ball goes out of bounds. Opening half of play here on Cable 18 from Heritage School. It is the Lions of West against the Cougars of East in the South Jersey Group 4 semifinal. There is no score. Ball back in play. Back in the middle, East desperately needs a score here. They've had so many opportunities, but all of them have gone over the top of the goal or either wide, either side. Here's Patrick Thomas. Steve Tour again with the ball, turning it around. With a whistle, the ball will go with the Cougars. Britchko will take it. No, it will be Tour. Tour sends it right down towards the middle. There's Kobayashi in the neighborhood. West. Four seconds. They're just going to hold on the ball there. At the end of one half of play, be sure to stay with us because there's no score here from Heritage. It's the Lions of West against the Cougars of East South Jersey Group 4 semifinals. We'll be back with the second half of play here on Cable 18.
I like the filter lights, please.
The hundreds. Soft pack.
The thin ones. In a box.
The menthol kings? Yeah, the green guys.
Every day, 500,000 American kids buy their cigarettes from a friendly neighborhood pusher.
The 100. Soft pack.
I like the filter lights, please.
Hey, 2 packs. Wouldn't want to run out.
Vending machines don't know any better. But what about the rest of us?
Action ready to begin here in the second half. We're still scoreless between East and West as the South Jersey Group 4 semifinal here at Heritage. And we're on the way. This time you'll be seeing West going from left to right. The Cougars switch from right to left. Ball now in the Cougar end of the field. Kobayashi kicks the ball out of bounds. School has been long dismissed at both high schools, so people are starting to turn out right now. This game did start at 2 o'clock, a little problem for most people coming to attend. But anyway, West has the ball deep in the east end of the field, close to the goal, close to Walker. Kick goes wide to the right, out of bounds at the corner. Coming up next week, Thursday, Thanksgiving, 5 p.m. right here is East-West Cougar against Lions in varsity football action. That's next week here, Thanksgiving Day on Cable 18. But ball still here in the Cougar end of the field. Britchko in the middle. Fans in the background saying that something here has to happen. Ball back to DeMichael, freshman goalie for the Lions. DeMichael boots it to the side. Short of midfield, he finds Sunkett there. Kick down towards the east bench on the sidelines. And that's where a sight of an infraction happens. It'll be West ball. This being a state game, we will play until there's a winner. Shoot off, however we get one. But 0-0 scoreless first half. One would think that something really would happen here in the second half. Both teams huddled at halftime. Both coaches giving instructions, their observations, motivation. I mean, this isn't your normal regular season game. This is it. This is winner of here goes out to play Cherokee or Shawnee for the South Jersey Group 4 title and bring it on back to their school. It's an important game. This isn't the normal East-West Conference rivalry. But anyway, back ball in the east end of the field. Kobayashi there. There's Lean behind him. Ball down along the sidelines in front of the West bench. West trying to clear it out. Here goes the East trying to move momentum in the offense.
Really?
Lions with possession, throwing it inbounds in front of the East bench. Ball here in the Lion end of the field. Kobayashi trying to get something together. They're trying to get a pass off. He finds Britchko, who finds Koenig. Koenig on the far side of the field. Ball across midfield into the Cougar end of the field where action was stopped. Cougars retain the ball. Ball in front of the Cougar bench. Britchko. Koenig there on the sidelines. Koenig down here's Kobayashi. Kobayashi sending it back to Koenig. Looking for Britchko in the middle there. Lean there. Oh, what a play that one was. Both officials saw that one. He got drilled. Brian Bianco's a player who got drilled there by West. This is sunk at 44. Down to the middle, plenty of Cougar jerseys down there to help Earl Walker. Back to Earl Walker, goalie, senior. Earl kicks it up to midfield. Ball going deep into the line, into the field, but back to DeMichael. DeMichael clears it, but it goes straight up and over to the side, right where Sunkett is. Infraction against the Caesar. Lean down in the middle there for East. Lion ball. Over wide right. East saved again. Scoreless here in the second half. Sunkett. Jeremy Sunkett there will remain line ball. Kennig right there, trying to get the ball away for East. To Britchko. To Kennig, here comes Kennig. Right against the middle, DeMichael getting back in the goal. Kobayashi there in the middle. It looks like it's back to Kennig, goes back to Kobayashi. DeMichael's gonna try to get it fast. Open goal for Lions, but DeMichael gets the ball again. East, plenty of opportunities here. One of these have to capitalize eventually. Scoreless here in the second half. Ball at midfield, but Kobayashi puts it back into the line end of the field. Lion ball it will be. West gets it away there real fast. Here comes another whistle. Joe Molinaro limping off the field there, 32. And time goes back in at the whistle. Ball back and close it to Michael. DeMichael gets it. He's going to clear it as soon as his players get out of the way. Get closer to midfield. Ball with the Lions. Bridgeko. Shot wide right. Walker didn't have a chance, but it went too far to the right anyway. Cougars have been really saved here. Lions have had some great shots.
I know, really, look.
Back to midfield. There's Koenig. There's Koenig. There's Jason. Koenig. East needs to get something together here. So close to the goal area. Koenig's getting sandwiched back there. He needs some help. West doing a great job making sure there's no goal. Koenig in the middle almost had a shot there on goal, but he didn't get turned around fast enough. There's back into the hands of DeMichael. East, a great job there. Ball goes right in front of the bench of East. Where you see supporting the Cougars right now are their other two coaches on the freshman level, Mark Steele, Dave Martin on the JV level. Steele is the guy over there looking hip. Piece of work. Maybe we played about 7 or 8 minutes here. Really about, well, maybe we played 15. Like I said, on soccer, there's no scoreboard, so who the heck knows? Don't mind me, I'm watching another game. Fans asking me how much time there was. Hey, not my job. This isn't a union shop. Ball goes out of bounds. Koenig hands off to Lisak. Lauren Lisak, senior. Runs up, throws it in, right close to the goal. Great throw, but no one was there for it. Goes back to Lisak, Warren. Into the middle, looking for an East player. East trying to turn it around and get back with that same momentum that they've had here. Walker with the save. Earl doing a good job here holding on to it. Lean there for East. Back to Sunkett. Kenny kicks it across midfield. Here goes Jason. Bad bounce sends the ball with the Lions. East trying to get a score here together and deep in the Lions' end of the field. Right in the middle it went, but a whistle stops that play. Scoreless we are. Group 4 semifinal. Heritage Administration Building is the location. The two teams are the familiar ones for you. Lions of West, Cougars of East face each other for the second time this season. This is kind of like the way the first game has gone. No score here. We're in the second half. We're about 15, 20 minutes into it. Original game this year back in regular season, which was the conference game. There's Kenning with the ball. Excuse me for a second. Let's get back to the play, but back to Sunkett, but back to the story for a second. That game wound out East winning 1-0, but that had to go to a penalty shot, which was called with 2 minutes to go. 2 minutes to go in the second overtime. So you can tell really how close of a game that one's been, and this one has really lived up to that one's reputation. Back to DeMichael goes the ball. Ball back to midfield. Steve Tour there. Ball will go right out. West possession. Lions have the ball in the east end of the field. Kobayashi clears it out. But sends it right back into DeMichael, who falls on top of it. Kenning's right in front of him. Short kick off to the side, looking for Sunkett. White pushing. Line ball. Right in front, it goes over, and West will get his goal here. 1-0, the Lions lead. West breaks the deadlock there. Little small shot from in front of the goal by West. Ryan Bianco, co-captain there. East now trailing by a goal, second half. Here we go, East now with real motivation by trailing by a goal. Misak tries to steal it away. Lean tries to kick it across. And it goes out of bounds. Ball goes with the Cougars. Here goes Lean. Ball out of bounds there to Coach Martin. Ball back in play here in the line into the field. East needs a goal, trailing 1-0. Second half of the South Jersey Group 4 semifinal. The winner here goes to play the winner of the Cherokee-Shawnee game for the South Jersey Group 4 title. An important game to say the least. Ball goes right back out of bounds again by the Cougar bench. John Brand, 16 for East there. Ball out against the fence. Throw in bounds. Was Lisak there. Elbow, Cougars. Kobayashi. There's Lisak. Another whistle, but sends the ball with the Lions. About halfway here through the second half. Score is 1-0 Lions of West. Here's we're about halfway through the second half. Tor. Outfield looking for Koenig. Back to Kobayashi. Kobayashi drilled a Lion player there with the ball. Action back towards midfield. Tell you, it's a great field they've got here. The Cougars take advantage of here at the Heritage Administration Building. East uses this as their home field. There really aren't any boys soccer fields over on the East campus, so this is their home field, and it is in great shape. It's a great field, really, in reality. Back to DeMichael. Lean there in the corner, and that pile up. East trailing 1-0 here, second half of play. Not a comfortable lead for West. They're going to try to extend it here if they can. Back to Walker, right into his hands. Earl Walker. Jeremy sunk it for West. East getting the ball back into the Lions end of the field, looking for Koenig again. Koenig's the person they've been looking for. Seems like Lisak there. Koenig has it. Koenig's right in front. Koenig going to center. He looks for Kobayashi. Mike Jensen. West clearing the ball out of there into the field. They almost were in trouble there. Lean. Kicks it right into the West player. He gets turned around behind him. He's kind of right back to Walker. Walker sends a short kick down to the sideline. Sunkett was there. Sunkett's going to be stronger too here. Right on the chalk. Lisak throws it inbound. But there was a horn before. They're going to send some substitutions. You see the substitutions coming in right now. They came in from midfield down by the hip-looking Mr. Steele. Guys are riot. Caesar sends it in play. He finds Koenig. Koenig finds Jensen. Ball goes right out of bounds. Momentum and the ball goes with East. But East trails here by 1 goal in the second half of play here in the Group 4 South Jersey semi-final. Ball back out of bounds again. Right into the hands of DeMichaels, excuse me. Anthony DeMichael, he's a freshman. He's the goalie for West. Lean. Jensen. Koenig. Koenig doing a great job there trying to get the ball in play with East. But you can't do that. Looks like he tried to push off there a little bit. Ball goes with the Lions. The Lions have a 1-goal lead, but they know in their head mentally that 1 goal against this Cougar team does not really mean anything. Anything can still happen here today, and probably will. Ball back in play right around midfield. East trying to boot it out of their end. Kobayashi. Canning's ahead of him, but he's going to try to send it himself. Jensen's trying to catch up. Jensen tries to keep it alive by falling down into the player there from West, the defender. Back to DeMichael it goes. DeMichael here is probably going to send it after it clears out, boot it up. And a good short kick it is right towards midfield, but the Cougars are going to still keep the ball in the Lion ended. A few Cougars trail by 1 goal. They need one here desperately. Koenig's right there in the middle. Koenig, if he can get it down, could have gotten a shot off there. There goes a whistle. It goes with East favor. Deciding who will take it. Little fake there as Koenig took it. Jensen, a little shoving there. Ref there talking to number 47 for Lions. Sent in the middle. Lean was there. Goes wide to the right. East with a good try there. About 10 minutes here remaining. 10 minutes approximately remaining. East trailing by 1 goal. The winner goes on to the South Jersey Group 4 Championship. This is big. As there's a lull in the action, reminder, next Thursday, Thanksgiving. Make your Thanksgiving plans here with Cable 18 for the Lions against the Cougars varsity football homecoming game from Jonas C. Morris Stadium. We'll bring you the action. Tune in next Thursday. East here with about 10 minutes to go. Needs another goal. West, one they don't think is probably going to do it. They love to extend the margin so they can sit back a little bit more. Right to Earl Walker. Earl holds on to the ball. Almost another goal there by the Lions if Earl did not keep possession of the ball. Earl kicks down towards the far near sidelines here. Koenig runs forward, but it goes right out. Almost 2-0 it was. But Earl Walker there, great save. Elbow, foul, here we go. Ball goes with the Lions. Here's Kenning. Patrick Thomas there. Kobayashi, midfield, East needs a goal to tie this game. This is the last half. DeCesar kicks it off. Ball back into the east end of the field. Center right across. Oh, what another possibility that could have been there. Ball goes with East off the infraction. Patrick Thomas brings it across midfield. Kobayashi. Sends it across. Kobayashi trying to go after it. Ball goes with the Lions of Cherry Hill West. Here we go. East desperately needs a goal here on offense. They're trailing, something they haven't done too many times this year with only 3 losses. East, the higher ranked team here in this game today. West doing a great job stopping East from trying to get a score here. Not much time remaining here at the Heritage Field on Cable 18. DeCesar right there. There's the whistle. Tensions beginning to rise here right now as time is starting to run out. Cougars desperately need a goal here. The loser will face the end of their season here today. The winner goes on to the final game to determine the champion in South Jersey, Group 4 level. Kobayashi sends the ball right towards midfield. He's looking for Koenig, goes a little bit past Koenig, right into midfield. Here goes Jason Koenig. Jason Koenig with control of the ball for the Cougars. Jason Koenig tried to get the Brand. He finds Mike Lean in the middle. Mike might have something here. Here goes Koenig again. West doing a great job here of defense. Very effective job. About 5 minutes remaining. About 5 minutes, it's estimated, because the official score is kept at either at the table or with the ref. We don't have access to it. But here, East with an opportunity in front of the goal. Kobayashi tries to get the ball down so he can get a shot. It goes wide left into the trees. Here comes another ball into play. The ball will go with West, the Lions, who are leading 1-0. 1-0. Cherry Hill West lead over Cherry Hill East. Second half of play here on Cable 18 special sports presentation as we follow our two teams into the playoffs where they meet each other. Ball goes with East. They get a break here off the infraction. Coach Mulman screaming instructions on. Kobayashi sends it right across the middle. There's plenty of East players in there. Kenig's one of them. Fans objecting to a lack of a call there. It was close. Here comes West, 1-on-none. Earl Walker's the only one there, and West is going to score, possibly. No, it goes wide right, and they kick it right in. West up now, 2-0. But the foul was called earlier, so the goal will not count. Goal did not count. Yeah, this is going to be an interesting tape to review. That was a questionable call there. Or may I say lack of a call. Hands right in Earl Walker. Earl loses it for a second, but it rolls out of bounds. Earl coming through here in the crucial moments here, ended a game. East does trail by a goal. Corner kick. Lions trying to push another one in here so they can have a little more security lead. They only lead by 1. Hands in the ball of goalie Earl Walker for the Cougars. Ball goes in front of the Lion bench. It's in the Cougar end of the field. Lions are in the purple. They lead by a goal. Another great game here in playoff action between East and West. Last year we saw East and West go in varsity baseball. Same situation, 1-0 was the game. Kobayashi, Kenny right there. Kenny didn't turn around in time to see it. Not much time remaining at all. It's probably like 1, 2, or 3 minutes. We'll take a guess here. Right back to Earl Walker. Earl waiting for it to clear out. Earl needs a good kick here to midfield. He gets it. West player helps him out by sending it deeper into the west end of the field, but there's not enough Cougars there. It's only Kenny. Ball goes out of bounds. 2 minutes left. I hear from Coach Mark Steele. The hip Mark Steele, may I add. Pat Thomas. Ball kicked out of bounds. Next one in play, Warren Lesak throwing it in for the Cougars. Less than 2 minutes to go. Ball right down the middle, East of the opportunity, but it's going to go over, not in. West trying to slow things down here to kill the clock a little bit. West trying to get another one. Pat Thomas stops him. Not much time to Mike Lean. Ball goes with West. It goes out of bounds. East with the corner kick. This could decide the game right here. Earl Walker, they're calling up. East has no goalie right now, but right into DeMichael's hands, right into DeMichael's hands. This is probably it. And that's all. The final score, the Lions won, the Cougars nothing. The Lions advance to the South Jersey Group 4 final. Well, they'll meet either Cherokee or Shawnee later in this week. Cougars go down, losing 1-0. The season record between these two teams will go 1-1. East winning the regular season, but the Lions win the one that counts here in the postseason. Congratulations to the Cherry Hill High School West Lion varsity boys soccer team as they'll advance to the South Jersey Group 4 finals. We'll be back with a final comment and a wrap-up here on Cable 18. Final score, 1-0 Cherry Hill West.
Sports United Against Drugs presents LPGA Player of the Year, Beth Daniel.
You don't get to be the best doing drugs. I took the pledge. I play it cool.
There's a new movement in sports that began in our nation's schoolyards. If you play it cool. Not with drugs or steroids, but with the spirit and strength that creates real champions. It means giving your best without drugs. Make a commitment. Play it cool.
When you play it cool, you always win.
And the crowd disperses here from Heritage Junior High School on Browning Road in Cherry Hill. You see here the only goal of the game, which was scored here in the second half. West, right down the middle, sends it past East goalie Earl Walker as they get the 1-0 lead. There were still 15 minutes approximately to play in the second half, but East could not capitalize and get a tying goal. So that's how it's going to end here today. From Heritage School, the final score, West 1-0. Cherry Hill West moves on to the South Jersey Finals. Good luck, Cherry Hill West. That's all. Thank you for tuning in to the special presentation on Cable 18. I'm Matt Leshner saying good night. Thanks for watching and tune in Thanksgiving Day for East-West varsity football action. Good night.